What is going on, everybody? It's Jamie and welcome to the channel Thrift on Fire. Today I'm going to show you a mini haul that I just picked up today. We're also going to pull orders from eBay, Depop, and Poshmark. Let me show you what I found. This morning I had to get up and go to the dentist, which is never a lot of fun. It was just for cleaning, nothing, too invasive. But the good thing about going to the dentist is I'm close to this liquidation store. Now you guys see me buy Kohans there before, and then recently again I went back and it changed management. Spoke to the gentleman. He actually had some Kohans, sold them to me pretty reasonable actually, and said, hey, I think I have some more at home. When I find them, I'll let you know. Well, we talked last week and I knew he had them and I knew he was going to be in the area, so I stopped by and grabbed them. He gave me 7 pairs for $20 a piece. I have a black pair. They're all pretty good sizes too. This is a size 11. We have 2 blue pairs here. Okay. I think I have 2 gray pairs as well. Now these other ones, I think these are leather. They're a little smaller, but he was asking $75 in store, so he did give me a really good deal, honestly. But we talked. He knew I was selling online. We talked about other things I could potentially buy from him. So hopefully we'll have a good relationship here. Got a white pair. I actually just sold this exact pair for some really good money. If I can find it, I'll throw my comp up on the screen for that pair there. These ones are also leather. Yeah, very happy with that. I think we're going to work on potentially another deal, a clothing deal. I think Levi's brand new with tags. He also sells locally to some like farm workers and stuff like that. So he said a lot of times he'll dig that stuff out, but he'd be willing to make a deal with me as well. But really happy to find these Kohans again. And yeah, anyway, let's ship some orders. Sold a custom comic lot on eBay, 5 comics totaling $50. Now, the person reached out and asked about this one in particular. At first, it was Green Lantern issue, I always want to call it episode, but it's issue 182, okay? They basically asked for more photos. I did a front and back, showed some random pictures of just the inside. They also said they were interested in these other ones. So 4 in total. I think this is 188, 185, 187, 186. Okay. The first one, the 182, I had it listed for 15, and then everything together would have been $52 just based off of my listings online. I said, why don't we just do $50 in combined shipping? They said, sure, that's great. So we did that, $50 plus shipping. Now, I sold this on Tuesday. I know you guys are seeing this at the end of the week, but when I'm filming this is actually Wednesday afternoon. I wound up using last night's my free coupon from Canada Post for shipping here. You can see I didn't pay anything for shipping. This is going to Alberta. Through Canada Post, this should have cost about $18, but it cost me $0. Okay, so if you're not signed up, there's only a couple of more left for this month anyway. But every Tuesday in October, Canada Post is doing 1 free shipment. It can't be anything crazy heavy, otherwise you got to pay the overages. But for something like this, it was absolutely free. Sold a lot of cassettes on eBay. This Bruce Cockburn lot of 7 cassettes. Had it listed for 30. I think I accepted an offer of 26. It should be in this bin here. On a side note, as we find these at my antique booth over the weekend, I think I sold $134 worth of cassettes to somebody. I think that's like 33, around 30 or 30, between 30 to 35 cassettes or something like that. I did sell over the weekend there. Just have a big bin there. So I was just saying to the owner, maybe a week ago, maybe it's time to pull the bin out. It doesn't seem like people are really digging through there and looking. And he's like, oh, you never know. Leave it, see what happens. And then, a week later, somebody picks over $100. What did I say? $134 or something like that out of the booth. So that was a cool sale. And they were just all random ones. But yeah, a lot of 7 here going out on eBay for $26. Sold a hat on Poshmark. Now, I haven't got around to relisting my hats yet. So $14, I did take an offer on that. It was probably listed closer to 20. So you can see I dug through already until I found it. It's this 47 brand hat here, sort of like this dad type hat. Okay, $14 for this guy. Like I said, I have not repriced my hats, but I am starting to take offers that are considerably lower than I have them listed for sure. Trying to move out as many as I can. At some point, when I get through all the clothing here, because I'm still doing my relist, delist, moving everything to .com, adjusting prices. So I'm still doing all that. I'm not done. I'm probably only about halfway done, to be honest. But the plan is to do the hats, and this seems like a more realistic price for this particular hat, which I probably have, you know, next to nothing in anyway. So $14 Canadian for this Toronto Blue Jays hat. So the board game on Poshmark. Okay, so Dungeons and Dragons here, Warriors of Corinne board game. So it's right here. If you guys remember when I did my everyday in February vlog, when me and my wife went to the States, I think Ollie's is where we got this one from. I don't think it still has any of the Ollie stickers on it. I think I've removed them all. I can feel where there was still a sticker on it right there. Try to clean it up a little bit before I ship this out as well. This sold on Poshmark for $60. When I just delisted and relisted this, and the price on these had dropped, probably because so many people had bought them in Ollie's, just like me, and tried to resell them. But that was back in February. You know, now it seems like it's a little bit saturated of a market, so I didn't sell them right away. I think I've sold one at the antique booth. Okay, so one at my booth, and now I've sold this one on Poshmark for $60 Canadian. Very happy about it. You know, I'm happy I didn't have to take a deep discount. I don't remember what I paid for this, but it was very cheap. I think it was like around $10 US. I'd have to go back and watch the video if you haven't. Haven't seen that video or that series, I'll link it down below. Every day in February. I might do it again. We'll have to see. You know, we're getting closer and closer to that time of year, so I'll have to think if I want to do an every day in February vlog again. It was a lot of work. It's a lot of fun, but it was a lot of work. Anyway, let's get this one shipped out. Sold a t-shirt on Poshmark.ca, $17 for this Shania Twain t-shirt. 2016. It's pretty modern. I actually originally had this in my antique booth, brought it home a little while ago, listed it, and then the bin I just went through last week, it was part of a relist delist, so it got listed back online again, did a price adjust, and it sold for 17 Canadian. Like I said, I wouldn't typically pick something like this up on purpose to sell on eBay. It just wound up not selling in my booth, so I did list it online, and we sold it online for $17. I do think, unfortunately, I bought this at Goodwill at full price for like $4.90 or $4.79 or whatever my regular Goodwill price is. It's something like that. So I'm not making a lot of money on this, but still happy with the sale. We made a Depop sale. We sold this. Well, you just see me pick this thing up last week, actually. $39.95 USD is what I got. So no offer or anything like that. $7 USD for shipping. So you guys just see me pick this one up in the last video where I was picking up all the jerseys from the antique mall. I think I paid $15 Canadian, so 15 Canadian into about $40 US. Definitely a good flip. When I listed this one, I seen lots of people had said slug logo, which I think that's what they mean. This guy looks like a slug. Nice blank jersey though. I thought the slug logo was interesting. I didn't really look into it much more than that. You know, CCM, Reeboks, nice jersey, $40 USD. I also wanted to mention that was my 100th sale on Depop. I've had an up and down relationship with them, but I think the biggest problem on Depop for me when I was starting out is my pricing was too high. So I know I sound like a broken record, but when I've been delisting and relisting, I've been paying a lot more attention to the US dollar price on Depop, now on eBay as well, and Poshmark.com. You know, I had stuff listed a little higher than it maybe should have been, and my Canadian price has always been pretty spot on. And I don't know if that has to do with the fluctuation of the Canadian and US dollar, or me just pricing things too high. But regardless, since I've been relisting them and repricing them more based on the US dollar than the Canadian, you know, it seems to be selling. I don't know if that's the factor on why I've been having more success recently on Depop, but I'm definitely happy to get 100 sales. Okay, next though is a Poshmark.ca order, and this is Van Halen t-shirt here. I originally had it listed probably closer to $50. These t-shirts have dropped in price a ton, unfortunately. $34 for this one. I did pick this one up at my local Goodwill for $4.79 roughly, something like that. It's supposed to be in the clothing too bin, so I'm making some money. And this is just the last bin I've been working on here, clothing too, so there's not that much in it. I'm moving stuff. Currently, I think I'm moving from Facebook Marketplace. I have a little list, actually. I'll just show you the list. So these are the ones I've completed. Currently, I'm moving from Facebook Marketplace 2 to clothing 2. So that's just how I'm keeping track. Nothing too fancy. But I am through quite a bit of the clothing. I think this is my last t-shirt bin. There's Van Halen right there. Yeah. Happy with that. $34 Canadian for this t-shirt. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like videos like this, please give it a big thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing for more content, and we'll see you guys soon.